Good evening, sport fans. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. The ultimate fusion of quiz night and fight night. It's the live Joshua versus Dubois trivia game. This is your chance to own a piece of boxing history. A boxing glove signed by the main man himself, Anthony Joshua, former two-time unified heavyweight world champion. Golden chips and free bets are also up for grabs. Now, I'm super excited to be hosting this 10-round battle of wits. But before we get into it, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the rules. You'll each be asked 10 questions worth 100 points each. You'll need to answer as many questions as possible in 10 seconds to earn points. Answer at least 7 questions and you'll be entered automatically into our live prize draw to win the glove itself. The next 200 players will win a free £5 bet if you answer all the questions correctly and in that time. Now, I want a good, clean quiz. Remember to protect yourselves at all times and don't forget, let's have some fun, boys and girls. So, let's get ready for trivia. First question underway, guys. What is Anthony Joshua's nickname? Is it AJ or BJ? Starting off relatively easy, I would think, guys. AJ or BJ? Now, take your time on this. If you're not sure, of course, take your time on it. But just remember, the quicker you answer, the more chance you have of winning them free bets here. Of course, it was AJ, standing for Anthony Joshua. I don't know what BJ would stand for, to be honest. Block jab, maybe? Maybe that's what it is, guys. We'll move on from that one anyway, yeah? Clean quiz, clean quiz. Second question coming up, and it's what is Anthony Joshua's standard boxing stance? Is it a southpaw or orthodox? Is he a lefty or is he a righty? That is basically the question, guys. What is Anthony Joshua's standard boxing stance? Southpaw or orthodox? Now, take your time with this one. Just try to think back to his fights, which ones he's had. Of course, he's orthodox. He's well known for that big right hand, guys. Massive right hand, even if you look at his last fight, for instance. Right, who's ready for the third question? Hopefully, you've all got every question right so far. I think I have in my head anyway, so. Where is the Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois fight taking place? Is it Wembley, Las Vegas, or Riyadh? Where is the fight taking place, guys? Is it Wembley, Las Vegas, or Riyadh? And just think about this one. I know it's Riyadh season. And of course, it's at Wembley. An estimated 96,000 people are going to be at Wembley tonight. So not only does the winner get the belt, he also gets bragging rights over Colfrock, doesn't he? So there you go. Because he's always saying 90,000 people at Wembley. There you go. Unlucky. Right. Which promotion team does Anthony Joshua fight under? Is it the Queensberry or the Matchroom? Which promotion does Anthony Joshua fight under? Is it Queensberry or is it Matchroom? Come on, guys. They had a big 5v5 a few months back. And, of course, it is Matchroom with Eddie Hearn. He's the main leader. There you go. They had a 5v5 not so long ago. I think Queensberry actually won it, didn't they? Yeah, Queensberry won it. Is everyone enjoying themselves so far? Hopefully you're getting every question right. And the next question, in Anthony Joshua's last fight versus Francis Ngannou, in which round did the fight finish? Was it the second, third, or fourth round? In Anthony Joshua's last fight with Francis Ngannou, which round did the fight finish? Was it second, third, or fourth? It was in the second round, if you remember. It's probably one of the biggest punches I've ever seen on live TV, to be honest. Especially after Ngannou's fight with Tyson Fury. I thought it was going to be a bit more competitive. But Joshua, kaboom! And it was over. It was over in a flash. In Daniel Dubois' last fight against Filip Hrgovic, in which round did the fight finish? Was it the 7th, 8th, or 9th round? Was it the 7th, 8th, or 9th round? Daniel Dubois' last fight finished against Hrgovic. Yep, they do get more difficult as they go on, but that's the trivia. It was in the 8th round, of course. Daniel Dubois stepping up from his last few, we'll say questionable performances, but he showed in the last fight why he should be in the conversation for a world champion. Probably set him up for this fight alone. Next question, true or false? Anthony Joshua won gold at the 2016 Olympics. Was that a true statement or a false one? Anthony Joshua won gold at the 2016 Olympics. True or false? And it was false, of course, guys. He won it in 2012 in London, in his hometown, basically. 2012 Olympics. That was a tricky one. That was definitely a tricky one. I was having to think about that one myself. But hopefully he's all got it. Hopefully he's a lot smarter than me. We'll put it that way. Against which fighter did Anthony Joshua have his first professional fight? Was it Hector Avila, Emmanuel Leo, or Dorian Darch? Against which fighter did Anthony Joshua have his first professional fight? Hector Avila, Emmanuel Leo, or Dorian Darch? The answer was Emmanuel Leo, and it was a first round TKO as well, which Anthony Joshua burst onto the scene with that fight, didn't he? I don't think I've watched it live myself, but I have watched it back, and he just looked incredible. You just knew the stars were aligning for him. Right, who has the highest win percentage in boxing? Who has the highest win percentage? Now, think about this question, guys. Who has the highest win percentage? Is it Anthony Joshua or Daniel Dubois? The highest win percentage. Try not to overthink the question, of course. It is Daniel Dubois. Obviously, Anthony Joshua is suffering a few more losses. He has had more fights, so that's why it was a bit more tricky. But Daniel Dubois has had less defeats than Joshua, so that's why he's got a higher win percentage. Tricky question. I'm not going to lie to you, that was a tricky one. And the final round, guys. How many rounds are scheduled for this evening's boxing match between Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois? Is it 10, 12, or 16? How many rounds are scheduled for the fight tonight? Is it 10, 12, or 16? And of course it is 12, the championship rounds. Ladies and gentlemen, 12 rounds is scheduled for tonight. Let us know on the chat how many people got all the questions correctly. And if you did get 7 questions, you're going to be in with a chance of winning that signed glove from the main man himself, guys. Anthony Joshua, of course. So let us know how. And one more question from your host, actually, guys. This isn't going to go towards the trivia, but this is a question from me. On a scale of 1 to 10, how have you rated the first ever DAZN Trivia? Ladies and gents, would 1 being get off the stage, Donald, and 10 being I want the rematch. I want the rematch. Let us know on the chat, of course. I would love to hear your feedback. It's been an absolute pleasure hosting this for you guys. 10 out of 10. That is what I like to see, guys. It's an absolute pleasure. Don't forget to keep checking your phone to see if you've actually won the glove. If you have won any of the free bets or the golden chips, you will be notified as soon as possible about that. Don't be worried about that. How much for 9? Well, we'll get half a rematch, right? We'll get half a rematch if it's 9 out of 10. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Hopefully you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Enjoy the fight. Enjoy your Saturday night. I've been Donald, and you've been awesome.